All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 168-pound division, where Canelo Alvarez's future is a little bit more clear, but Turki Alalshikh makes a huge admission that should really draw this dude into question, as he admits having spread a lot of false information around the boxing world, purposely confusing people, and at the end getting a Canelo Alvarez fight done. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 175-pound division, man. And let me tell you, or 168-pound division, because there's been some shenanigans going on, some banananess going on, and Turki Alalshikh, who I shouldn't really have a problem with, says something to address the confusion around Canelo Alvarez that I thought was eye-opening. What was it? It's that he was lying. He was sending information to reporters, having people make up flyers, having them make up posters for fights that were agreed to that were never agreed to. Deals that were never settled, just to make the public think that he was doing things that he wasn't doing. I don't get it. All I know is that over the course of a couple of days, there was a bunch of the fight's done, the fight's not done, the fight's done, the fight's not done. What's going on here? Is Canelo Alvarez fighting Jake Paul? Is he fighting William Skull? Is he fighting Terence Crawford? What's the deal? What's going on? I thought they had a deal done between Jake Paul, and all of this stuff was going on, right? Meanwhile, Turki Alalshikh, my understanding, is feeding this confusion through Ring Magazine, and Ring Magazine saying things and telling them that deals were done that were not done. Now, what is the problem with this? The problem is the following. Turki Alalshikh is not trustworthy. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. There is no reason for somebody in Turki Alalshikh's position to be running around lying for no good reason whatsoever to reporters, telling reporters that these things are facts, knowing himself that they're not facts, just so he can get them to put it out in the news and mislead boxing fans. Don't we already have enough headache in boxing without major players in the sport just deciding to lie for the heck of lying? Now, Turki Alalshikh is not the only person to mislead the boxing media, get the boxing media to make reports that are not true. They're self-serving to them, also adding confusion to other negotiations going on with other players. You know, that type of stuff. He's not the only one to be involved with that. Bob Arum has a saying where he was like, yesterday I was lying, today I'm telling the truth. You have, Don King for a long time talking to, I don't think Don King was lying. He just wouldn't answer the question, was just saying so many banana, like just spitting out the dictionary so he didn't have to answer a question. But just to patently be out there making up stuff to mislead the media, to make reports, come on, man. If you have the money to get the deal done and you have the relationships to get the deal done, why do you have to lie to the media about what's going on? Why can't you just keep your mouth shut until the deal is actually signed? Unless what you're trying to do through the media is literally affect negotiations going on with other business people, so that one guy thinks they have a deal done, but then you're, I'm negotiating with a deal with this fighter. Then you hear from Turki Alalshikh that fighter already signed a deal with him, to find out that Turki's not even telling you the truth. Just screwing everything up just to be lying. I'm telling you, that's the worst thing about boxing YouTube. Boxing YouTube is absolutely littered with people that will lie for no good reason whatsoever. Will lie when the truth will do just fine. Turki Alalshikh, if you have all that money, you do not have to lead disinformation campaigns out there in the media, unless you're just somebody that is a media prostitute. Like, that's the only justification that I can think for him doing it. He's so in love with people calling him Your Excellency and reading his tweets and retweeting him and the sensations that you get from doing a deal every day and wanting to be the man and seeing other people say things on YouTube and you want to respond to. Dog, if you got all that money, what you doing all that for? That's why I'm telling you, if somebody tells you who they are, believe them. This man just told you he's a liar. Told you, yeah, I was just putting this stuff out there. But, you know, at the end of after I put all this disinformation out there, I got the deal done with Canelo Alvarez in 5 minutes. Again, something you need to be worried about. Because if you're dealing with somebody that's a liar like that, is just going to tell you anything. Hey, Terence, how do you know you're going to get the Canelo fight? How do you know that you're going to get the Canelo Alvarez fight? How do you know he's not just telling you something and saying, hey, yeah, but when it comes to push and shove, he just says, nah, Canelo doesn't want to do that, so I'm going to give Canelo this. How about we go do that? Look, when somebody has a reputation for lying dead in people's faces, you should be careful in dealing with them. There are plenty of people in boxing that do not have that reputation, even though the reputation of boxing overall is very bad. But I don't think Lou DiBella has a reputation of just lying straight to your face. Al Heyman does not have a reputation of lying straight to your face. If I was Canelo and I was Terence Crawford, I would be looking at that stuff very, very suspect. But at the end of the day, I certainly hope that the fight with Canelo and Terence Crawford takes place, because I think that's a big fight. That's a really good fight. That's a good fight. That's a really big fight for boxing. I like the fight. I certainly hope it happens. I don't have a problem with Turki Alalshikh in boxing. The only things that I don't like is I do not like American fighters being shuttled off to Saudi Arabia for fights in the afternoon that doesn't really do anything for American boxing. That Turki Alalshikh seems to me to have done a great job with UK boxing, even though I would suspect that many of these fighters in the UK would have preferred, fight fans in the UK would have preferred to be able to actually see them in the UK. But, you know, for whatever reason, the promoters, he basically owns Matchroom, owns Queensland. So, hey man, they got to do what they got to do. But I'm just not in the mood, honestly. I'm just not a big fan of American fighters going over there for big fights. I want to see the big fights in the United States, where it's somewhere I can actually go and get to, and somewhere that I want to travel and somewhere I want to be, like Vegas, New York, Dallas, wherever it is. I mean, you know, I think they have Miami. Shoot, I would love to go to Miami, fight in Miami. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Boxing is going to work itself out, however it works itself out. But I'm going to tell you, man, I'm just not a lot of times you see cats that are just straight up liars that are really treating the people that they're working with very, very well. Now, there are people who are honest to a fault, right? Honest to a fault, which means they will admit to kind of shady stuff that they do. That's a little bit of difference than just telling you flat out, I am calling reporters and giving reporters false information so that they will give you that false information, and it will skew your view of what you want out of the boxing world. That is a misinformation and disinformation campaign, and it's really not anything that we need in the sport. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.